In past videos, we explored the roots of psychological warfare, from early propaganda strategies to Cold War doctrine and the scientific foundations behind it. If you haven't seen those yet, make sure to check out the previous episodes in our psychological warfare series. Links can be found in the description below. But psychological warfare didn't end with the fall of the Berlin Wall. In fact, it's arguably more active now than ever, evolving into a constant, invisible battle for influence. In the 21st century, it's not just about leaflets and loudspeakers. It's about algorithms, viral content, perception management, and narrative control, all happening in real time. So, in today's video, we're looking at how psychological warfare works in the modern era, and how states, institutions, and private actors are fighting to shape what people see, believe, and trust. Let's dive in. In the 20th century, psychological operations relied on one-way communication. Governments sent messages via radio, print, or film. Today, that model has been flipped. With social media and algorithm-driven feeds, psychological operations can now target individuals directly, often without them knowing. This shift has made Psyops faster, cheaper, and more personal. State and non-state actors use digital platforms to spread tailored messages, often disguised as grassroots content. While Russia's use of trolls and bots to inflame divisions in the US and Europe has been widely discussed, it's worth noting that these tactics aren't unique. Western governments, including the US and several EU members, have also invested in online influence operations, sometimes as countermeasures, sometimes preemptively. In modern conflicts, information isn't a support tool. It's a weapon in its own right. During the invasion of Ukraine, Russia and Ukraine both engaged in coordinated information campaigns. Russia attempted to control the narrative with disinformation, staged videos, and manipulated media. Ukraine countered with emotional messaging, viral content, and international media coordination to build support and maintain morale. But these tools aren't confined to the battlefield. In earlier US operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, psychological tactics included tailored radio programming, leaflet drops, and digital campaigns aimed at influencing civilian behavior, techniques now used by a range of actors across the world. One major feature of modern psychological warfare is narrative competition. It's no longer about simple slogans or clear-cut ideology. Instead, nations are pushing broad, emotionally resonant stories that shape how people interpret world events. The United States promotes narratives around democracy, freedom, and international cooperation. China emphasizes sovereignty, economic growth, and Western hypocrisy. Russia leans heavily on themes of encirclement, cultural preservation, and defiance. These narratives aren't always false, but they're strategically framed to position each actor as legitimate and morally justified. Across the Middle East, Africa, and Southeast Asia, the battle over these narratives plays out in state media, online influencers, and diplomatic messaging, all part of an expanding psychological battlefield. Contrary to what many assume, modern psychological warfare doesn't rely solely on disinformation. In fact, it often uses real facts, but selectively framed, emotionally charged, or taken out of context. During the COVID-19 pandemic, for example, multiple countries, including Russia, China, and Western governments, used accurate information to serve political aims. Vaccine development timelines, origin theories, and public health data were highlighted or suppressed depending on strategic interest. This method works because it avoids outright fabrication. It exploits existing divisions and uses confirmation bias to deepen mistrust, especially in open societies where debate is encouraged. Unlike earlier eras when Psyops targeted soldiers or elite decision-makers, today's campaigns are aimed squarely at the general public. And in democratic systems, shaping civilian perception can directly impact elections, foreign policy, and military engagement. This has led to a wave of coordinated influence operations, sometimes run by intelligence agencies, sometimes by private firms contracted to do the work. Tools include troll farms, coordinated posting networks, fake news outlets, and synthetic media. All of these can blend into normal online behavior, making them harder to detect or attribute. Military analysts increasingly refer to the cognitive domain, the mental space where people process information, form beliefs, and make decisions, as the true battleground of modern conflict. This is where modern Psyops aim to dominate. Instead of destroying enemy forces, the goal is to distort perception, reduce trust, and paralyze decision-making. That can mean a bot campaign, a deepfake, or a viral meme, each with the potential to sway hearts and minds faster than any missile. In response, some governments have started investing in information resilience, fact-checking networks, digital literacy education, and legal frameworks for countering hostile information campaigns. But the challenge is ongoing, because the tools of psychological warfare are no longer exclusive to powerful states. They're accessible, decentralized, and sometimes crowdsourced. Modern psychological warfare is no longer a side effort. It's central to how power is projected and how influence is contested. Whether in peacetime or war, the fight to control perception is now as critical as controlling territory. So what do you think? Are we living in an era where psychological warfare has become the norm? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on global defense.